Hey guys, welcome back to No Filter Needed. I'm Coral with Nash and Dayi. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as it does help out our channel. So today I just wanted to take a minute to recognize anyone that's going through a really tough time. I know some of us might be in a really dark place. All do face difficult moments, but I feel like together we could find the strength to be able to support each other. I want you to know that you guys are not alone.
Preach, sister.
It's been rough. Life's been fucking kicking our ass.
Yeah. I mean, I think all of us are going through something very, very different, yet we all share the same kind of like feeling.
So I just kind of wanted to say these affirmations so that we can remind ourselves our worth and our resilience. So would you guys like to say an affirmation? I have a couple of them, but did you guys have any that maybe you guys already knew or that you tell yourself?
I think I can have one for myself. I think what I need to hear is your dreams are valid and you deserve what you want. And it's okay to let go of the people that don't see that. Nash, you're gonna cry? I saw it. Taco.
I think my affirmation at this time in my life would be self-love, healing, getting over certain situations in my life, and discipline for sure.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
I love those affirmations for you guys. Two of mine are in the list, but you are enough. I actually have it tatted on me. And my other one is forgive yourself for past mistakes and learn from them. Life don't come with instructions, so
yeah, that's how it is. I like that. I think we all need it. I think we all need it at this point.
The first one I found was every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day.
Celebrate the little wins.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how big or small, it's still a win. You are enough just as you are. Your feelings are valid, and it's okay to take time to heal.
I like that.
Nash like that one.
Forgive yourself for past mistakes and learn from them.
That's the hardest thing to do.
So,
yeah. I know people are like, oh, forgive and forget. I don't forgive easily. And I don't forget.
That's me for sure.
And this is the last one I have. We are in control of our thoughts and our actions. I know life has tried to knock us down a few times, but I admire the strength and resilience that you both have. And I just wanted to remind you guys that it's okay to not be okay sometimes.
I don't want to be not okay.
I want to be a kid again. No responsibilities.
You both bring so much light into my life in so many ways. And I know when I feel alone, my girls are the ones that I look for. I feel like together we can face anything. And sometimes we need to take things one day at a time. Progress is progress, no matter how big or small. So like you were saying, that it doesn't matter if it's a little win, it's still a win.
Yeah. And it's okay if progress is slow. It takes its time. You bring light into my life too. You both do. Shut up, Nash.
I got those, bro. That's like pushy, bro. I love you guys.
You better. That's fine. It's fine. It's progress.
Yeah. Progress. It's okay to feel hurt, to feel confused, to feel angry. That's all a part of healing. We can't heal if we pretend we were never hurt. Let that sink in real quick. The things that hurt you may have left scars, but they didn't destroy you. You definitely survived them, and there's hope in that. So
there's always a light in the end of the tunnel.
We all have strengths to navigate these challenges. Sometimes all we need is just to take time for ourselves, whether it's through hobbies, relaxation, or simply just taking a breath and recharging. Our role on this earth is an honor. It's never a burden. And I hope that If you guys are out there and you guys are watching, you guys are feeling some kind of way, just know that we're all here for you. You're not alone. Write it down in the comments if you would like. Share a virtual hug. I know life can be hard. I know it's definitely been, it's been lifing right now. So just wanted to remind you guys. I love you guys. On to the next.
Welcome to Random Facts, where facts are many, but the truth is number one. Today's random fact is most people know, but if you didn't know, now you do know. Flamingos get their color from their food, which changes their pigmentation. When they're first born, they have gray feathers.
Animal Kingdom taught me that.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl.
That's Safari, girl.
Well, did you guys also know that they're called filter feeders? So when they're eating, they turn their heads upside down to eat.
Stop.
Yeah.
How come I have never seen a flamingo eat? What?
Look at this. Why? I would choke and die. Like,
I can't even lay down and eat.
die.
We should not be laying down and eating. That is not good for
That is a safety hazard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't even lay down and eat. Imagine turning my head over.
To give like an actual like visual on it, like they lower their head like by their feet, and it turns their head upside down. Then it sweeps its head side to side like that, using its tongue to pump the water in and out its beak to capture its food. So it's like a freaking vacuum. I don't know. Flamingos were cute until I found this out.
What?
I can only imagine.
This is weirder than the owl's eye. That is so crazy. No, I never, ever, ever thought of that before. I just assumed they just ate like regular folks, with like a knife and fork.
What?
I knew about the pink color and everything like that because of the
the shrimp brine.
Know to me about you eating backwards.
So the last two silly facts that I thought were so funny and yet kind of interesting. So remember when we were talking about owls?
Mm-hmm.
And we said, let's go ahead and pick up that fupa and start running.
Don't tell me flamingos pick up their fupa, girl.
In a way they do, bro. Flamingos' knees, like when they walk, it kind of looks like their knees bend backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not their knees, bro. That's their ankles, bro.
The fuck? I need
bro.
a full body picture of a flamingo, girl.
A flamingo's knees are located actually higher up in the legs. They're hidden underneath the body and the feathers, bro. Fupa is covering.
It's fupa.
They are the queens of fupa, then.
Damn. Their fupa literally covers their knees.
To give the fupa a delicious name for a flamingo, right? Did you know a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance?
Yeah, a flamboyance. Also, thank you, Animal Kingdom Safari. They're flupas. They're flamboyant flupas.
I love it. From now on, every time I see a flamingo, that's exactly how I'm going to see it. Thank you.
I'm never going to be able to see a flamingo the same way ever again.
Their knees?
Their ankles. Let's talk about knees. Ankles. You just told me that. That still looks like it hurts if that's the ankle. You imagine our ankles doing that? Adios.
Now I'm kind of curious. I really want to see what their knees look like.
Got him! Got him!
I don't know. These animals are starting to get really weird. I thought they were cute in the beginning.
Changing my opinion.
Again, I was having a great day before knowing this.
I'm so glad that you have not touched any of my favorite animals. Please keep them out of your mouth.
What's your favorite, Dai?
My two favorite animals are the tiger and a panda bear.
Take
Right
note.
now,
Take
right
note.
now.
So they're gonna be next week.
You already know.
Those are pretty close.
I feel like four of a panda, but anyways.
That's a compliment.
We'll talk about that comparison next week for sure. All right, guys. On to the next.
Hey guys, and welcome back to True Crimes, where we talk about the scariest or strangest things we have found on the internet. In today's segment, being that this is the last segment before Halloween, I wanted to get us into the holiday spirit. I know it's my favorite holiday of the year, aside from Christmas. But I wanted to round out the month with witches, cursed items, Salem, and modern day Wicca. I know it's a little bit of like forbidden territory there, but you can't have Halloween without talking Salem, without talking witches, and without talking about, well, a little bit of the paranormal that comes with that, right? So I don't have a creepy story, but I did want to talk about a couple things. And if you guys have anything you want to share, any experiences that you have had with any of these things or certain topics, we can, of course, bring it out and share. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So fun facts about Salem and witches. So of course, everyone knows Salem for Salem witch trials. So Salem is up in Massachusetts, and the Salem witch trials happened when 20 people, mostly women, were accused of being involved in witchcraft. So back then, and still today, it is still a taboo kind of thing. I think it's a little bit like when you think of modern day Wicca now, I think it's a little bit more accepted, and if not accepted, it's just a little bit more like not necessarily understood. What would be the term?
Like, it's more normalized right now.
It is really more normalized, definitely. Versus back then, people didn't really understand it, and they would put you to death, literally, if you were accused. Some even were accused of spectral evidence. And what that literally meant is that even though the person wasn't physically there, their spirit was evidently seen or felt in that area, and that's what they used to accuse the people, and then they would have them executed. So literally people were being killed, and they could have easily not been involved in any of that. So obviously that's one of those things that kind of impacted the history here in the United States. And it's definitely put kind of like a stamp on Salem, where, that's going to be always remembered. There is those Salem witch trials. So connected to the Salem witch trials, I don't know if you guys ever have seen the witch house. Have you guys seen that? Any pictures of the witch house in Salem?
I have seen it just because I had to learn about it in school. Like, I read it and everything while I think it was high school that I learned about it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't know much about it. I had seen it a little bit, especially like when you see movies and things like that have to do with like association to the Salem witch trials. But the witch house is the only structure that is still standing that ties in to the actual trials themselves. And it's crazy that that is the only structure that is still up. Some believe that it is up due to witchcraft, in a sense, like it was almost like a curse was casted upon it.
I put a spell on you, and now you're gone.
In a sense, but who knows, right? Yeah, and
Crazy.
it is crazy, right? Can you imagine like being there, seeing it, or living in that house? I'm not sure if anyone lives in that house
Still
more
be now.
It's still up now. It's still in like good shape too. So it's not even like, that's crazy, right? But since we're on the topic of witches and modern day Wicca, I wanted to talk about cursed items. So again, that's a territory that I don't really like to go into because I'm scared shitless of things like that. But a couple of cursed item examples would be like hexed mirrors. I know there's a lot of superstition that goes into mirrors, you know, mirrors being a portal to the spirit world or the spirit realm in a sense. And it's, you know, hex mirrors are really believed to trap or reflect energy. So what would happen with the hex mirrors, if you look at it, that bad energy or that negative energy would reflect on you, then giving you kind of like that bad luck or that bad energy. And then, of course, you have the superstition of avoiding cracked mirrors, right? Because if a mirror is supposed to be that kind of like portal between the spirit world, cracked mirrors would potentially be something that's like open for spirits to come through. Why you have that face, Nash?
Your sister, you know.
You don't believe in that? That is a superstition. I'm not even Wiccan, but I believe in that.
No, she believes in it. She just broke.
I shattered a mirror when I was
Right
playing
now?
storage. Like, really bad.
Wait, what?
I shattered a mirror, the whole thing, and now I feel like I got bad luck.
It was 3 days ago.
Cracked mirrors are meant to mean the release of spirits. So, at least in modern day Wicca. So you definitely need to do some saging.
It wasn't in my house. It wasn't in my house. It was in the storage.
Oh, Jesus! Don't go back to that storage, girl.
No, that was my last. That was my last visit. I was cleaning everything out, and then I butt bumped it.
I got big booty bitches, big booty bitches. I got big booty bitches, big booty bitches. I got.
Girl, yeah, that's mirrors I don't play with. Another thing is cursed amulets, like jewelry. Yeah, there's a superstition to never accept jewelry from someone you don't trust, because jewelry and things like that are easily hexed or cursed. So, you know, even though amulets are usually used for protection, they can be cursed, bringing misfortune, illness, and even bad luck. So definitely take that into account whenever someone wants to gift you something, especially when it comes to jewelry or things like that. And if it's someone that you don't necessarily like or you think may not like you, it's better to say no and steer clear of any kind of hexes that could be attached to that. But the last thing I know that we talked about this, I think, last week, is another superstition, something I really, really believe in, is the rule of three. And it's that any energy that a person releases is brought back to them in three folds. So remember how we were talking about bad luck comes in threes? You know, something bad happens to you, expect one or two more things to happen, because it is really, and I'm not a Wiccan, nor am I into modern day Wicca, but I do believe in that superstition, and I find it to be true in my life, that good and bad things come in sets of three. So just like good things, if you start seeing good things happen, expect that more good things will happen, you know, kind of right after. But the same thing, bad, you know. And also when you release that energy, just know that it's going to come back to you 3 times fold. So you release bad energy, you do something bad to someone, expect that 3 times to come back to you.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, yeah, other items, of course, are like tarot cards or tarot cards or the Ouija board. I believed that both of them would be included and used in modern day Wicca. Now, tarot cards are definitely something that they use, is commonly used in modern Wicca for like spiritual guidance. Even though I won't necessarily touch them, not that I don't believe in it. I think I believe in it way too much to really be involved. It scares me a little bit. But one thing I will definitely never, ever, 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 ever touch is a Ouija board. And it's actually not typical in modern day Wicca because it has that potential for, you know, unintentional spirit contact. So once you open the portal there with the Ouija board, you really don't know what's on the opposite side. So
No, girl. It's because this generation is scared shitless and they know what they doing. Okay.
well, I was scared shitless of it. I know I would never touch it.
Yeah.
I prefer to leave the unknown unknown.
Left known.
Exactly. Yes. I do not need that in my life.
It gives me anxiety just thinking about it.
Thinking about it, right? Yeah. No.
People would tempt their life like that. I like living. I don't need nothing haunting me. I don't need nothing keeping me up at night or keeping me up when I'm trying to sleep. Hell no. Just leave me alone. I leave you alone. We live our lives separately.
Yeah. I see all of those videos, especially on social media, that come up with like spirits caught on tape and things like that. And like weird things like people sleeping and something like pulling the covers off of them or pulling their leg or something like that. Yeah, I do not need that in my life. No, thank you. I need Jesus.
Listen, I am already, nope. I was young when I watched like The Grudge and stuff, and I am about to be 26 years old, and I still will not flip my hair over to wash my hair or anything. I won't face the shower head because The Grudge is coming out of there. I'm good. No.
No. You know what? I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie The 13 Ghosts.
Yes. That was actually one of my first horror movies ever.
Every time I wash my face, I can only imagine that like being blood or something, and I'm just like, hurry up. I need my eyes open. I need to make sure everything.
You know, honestly, I think horror movies really did torment us and torture us. And I put my poor kids, they love horror movies now. I don't know how that's going to affect them in the future. But honestly, I'm the same way. Like when I wash my hair, I'm like, I wash my hair and I try not to get anything on my face because I don't want to close my eyes while I'm washing my hair because I could only imagine that when I open it, something is going to be right in front of me. Exactly. And I don't need that in my life. So we keep our eyes open and the soap goes backwards. But anyways, so that's pretty much all I have. And I think this is a great time to just let everyone know that as the season ends and as the time change, our podcast changed as well. It's just like we did with Nash's segment. Unfortunately, this will be the very last true crimes for the year. I've had so much fun sharing all of this stuff with you guys. We've had really great conversations. We've had a lot of great comments, people that have talked and kind of joined in the conversation. So I appreciate everyone that has been here for all of it from the beginning or from whenever you started. But yeah, this will be the very last true crimes until next year. Hopefully I can bring it back around and we have more things to talk about. But that being said, stay tuned for next week. It'll be a surprise what we change this to, but I think you guys will like it. And that being said, always, we hope you enjoyed today's segment. And remember, if you weren't scared before, you are now. Next.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hypothetical Situations.
This is my favorite segment.
Comment your thoughts on these situations down below so we can get to know you guys just a little bit better. Let us know what you guys think. And for now, let's pick from our hypothetical jar. All right, first situation. If you were famous, how would you handle it?
Oh, man. Talking to future me here. See, the type of famous I want to be is like, I have no reference right now as far as celebrities or anything like that, but I would want to be wealthy, not famous. But if I was famous, I would be a low-key famous. You know what I mean? Remember when you guys showed me these TikTok famous people? And I had never seen them in my life. They walking normal everywhere they want.
Yeah.
That's the type of famous I want to be. Not too much, but also, you know, to the fact that like some people would be like, oh that's her.
Yeah.
I know it. I've seen her before, you know?
Yeah.
But not running away from paparazzi famous.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
We get all my ugly pictures. Like, dang.
Like, get me on my
Get
good
me on
side.
my good side. Exactly. Get me on my good side. Not when I'm like,
or when you have like something in your teeth where like something, and that's when they want to take the picture, and you're just like,
when you're like,
I'm trying to be famous like Bill Gates.
It's gonna be great.
Like really famous, but like that you said, like still low key. Like, yeah, you guys know who I am, but not in the sunshine of everybody's day. Like, I'm good.
give my name, but not my face.
yeah. Like, still trying to live my life here. Kind of famous.
Well, the social butterfly over here.
Ah.
I mean, I do agree with you guys. I wouldn't want to be out there in like the open with paparazzi and everything. I think that'd be too much. I would have anxiety or something. But I for sure would want to do stuff where it's like I'm involved in like charities and stuff like that. I've always said I wanted to do charities for kids. So I feel like I would be
You would want that to be your legacy?
Yes.
Like, for them to associate your name with those type of actions.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too.
That's the famous I want to be, apart from our little podcast. But
yeah. But yeah, no, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I agree with that. You know, leaving that mark on your name, you know, where even after you're gone, you know, if they ever say your name, they're like, wow, that person really did help.
Yeah,
a lot. You know, made a difference, not
Then-
just for yourself.
That's
So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm just trying to leave a legacy behind. That's it.
I'm just trying to change my family's life.
I'm trying to make it work.
You know what I mean? Like, I want the poor to end with me.
That part, yeah.
break those chains, girl. Break those.
Mhm.
I felt that for sure. Next situation. What would you do if you were suddenly given the world-class hacking knowledge and ability?
World-class hacking knowledge? What does that even mean?
It's gonna be so bad.
Like,
Did I just go stupid or something? What?
I'm assuming it's like the ability to hack anything and everything.
Right, yeah.
I'm so sorry, but the banks might be missing a little bit of money.
What?
Dang, we got a thief in our hands. We got a damn thief. She over here like, I want to help the world, but first of all, I want to help my bank account.
I mean, I would use the money for good cause. If that was my only way of being able to make the money.
You talking Robin Hood style type stuff, you know, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor.
Yeah, no.
You would be a modern day Robin Hood. I don't know what I would hack if I had that ability. I honestly don't know what I would hack. Maybe should I say that on here?
We're getting canceled. I think the banks were better.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what else I would want to hack. Like, and that's just for curious reasons, I guess. I don't know.
Don't no. The only thing I would consider hacking is like the cure for like cancer and things like that. The cure for things that I know we have the cure for, but it's more expensive
Mm-hmm.
to leave out the disease or,
Let's all start clapping.
I hack the bank. I
No.
give you money, and you pay for the research. I told you so for a good cause.
And then I'll know the secrets. So I'll let you know where you gotta look for that information.
This is not going very well.
This is all a scheme. All right, let me write down the notes. Exactly how we're gonna do it.
All right, guys. That was those were hypotheticals.
Hypothetical.
Okay.
Please don't cancel us. Nash is on her own. Mine was
No.
hypothetical.
I said something good. You guys both are like
Sorry. Over it.
over, bro, over the head.
Let's not get into any more trouble and let's move on to our next segment. On to the next.
Welcome to Mindful Combos, where it can get a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. With that being said, the quote of the day is, I owe myself the biggest apology for putting up with what I didn't deserve. So, how can recognizing your worth help set boundaries moving forward?
That's difficult.
I know, right? Like, it was hard for me to even come up with an answer for this one.
I think it's the only way that you can really set boundaries in that case, because I mean, if you know what you deserve and you don't allow, you could never be affected by people like that again, you know? If you know the red flags, you accept removing people like that from your life, regardless of what's gonna happen afterwards. That sounds like a fucking peaceful life.
When you actually realize your worth, you actually see how you really let people treat you. And sometimes it's just like you allow a lot of people to sometimes walk over you, sometimes feel like above you, when we should all feel like we're equal. And
Yeah.
nobody's above anybody. And I feel like when you do realize those things, you do learn to set boundaries.
I think a lot of us were kind of almost trained to become people pleasers. And by becoming a people pleaser, you kind of put yourself in the back burner. And that's definitely, I know, something I should really practice.
I think all of us should practice that, I feel like this is kind of where letting go and forgiving, not forgetting, but forgiving,
Yeah.
because you're not going to forget the situation. You're not. Let's be realistic. You're not going to forget it. But you can definitely forgive yourself. You can forgive the other person and forgive the situation in general. I definitely do think that it's something that we all have to worry about. That's something, it's hard, but it's realistic at the end.
Yeah. You putting those particular boundaries, if the person on the opposite side doesn't understand why you're putting the boundaries and can't comprehend why, to them, it can mean a whole different thing. You're doing it to protect yourself. They might see it as, oh, this person is whining, or this person is like, a Karen, when really your intentions are completely opposite
And pure.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you start to let go of past situations that no longer serve you?
Girl, I have no answer for that, because I know that's something I struggle with. I mean, I play Ring Around the Rosie with all my with all the things I should be letting go. Right now I'm fine, and then give something 2 weeks from now that'll trigger that memory, and I'm right back where I started.
I completely have to agree with that. Honestly, I can't say much about that one either, just because I personally am still trying to get over certain situations and certain people that meant a lot to me.
Yeah. I'm trying to get over hurt by certain people that mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. You got to stop pretending like you were never hurt to be able to heal from what you're suffering.
And it's so frustrating when you could also see that from the person that you're trying to like work things out with, because if they pretend like they were never hurt, then you're kind of sitting there like, well, I guess I'm the only one, but deep down inside that you're not.
Or even if they just place all that blame on you, and you honestly have nothing to do with it, in other words, like it's not your fault, and yet it is your fault.
Yeah. Sometimes they're also so blinded that they have this guard up trying to protect who knows what, because they're not protecting themselves, but let alone they're not protecting you either.
Hurt people, and that's the reality.
And it's not an excuse, because you should be able to heal from your trauma. And sometimes I know that person that's causing that hurt is probably the main person that you want to be there. The situation just be complicated.
Yeah.
It's all a matter of healing,
So guys, learn to love yourself ruthlessly, and then watch everything around you transform into something very beautiful. Did you hear that? Love yourself ruthlessly. So love yourself first. On to the next.
Hey guys, and welcome to Deep Dives, where we analyze music, movies, and shows. And today we are going to dive deep into the world of horror movies.
I'm so excited that I'm about to piss all over myself.
It's my absolute favorite topic and genre of movies is horror. I'm not huge into slashers, but I absolutely love the supernatural.
Hey, wanna play hide and clap?
These two girls, which is funny, they are both little chickens when it comes to horror movies. Oh no, espérate.
I like horror movies. It's her.
Oh, so it's just Cody. Okay, so just Cody is a little chicken when it comes to horror movies, but it's okay. I think she's gonna be able to still do today's segment. But first off, I of course want to give you guys a quick reminder. We are not professional reviewers, nor are we professional critics. We are just fans, and these are our personal opinions. So for anyone that isn't a big fan of horror movies, or may think that they could get somewhat of a spoiler alert from anything that we're going to share today, of course, I will give you your warning. This will be your only warning for any spoilers that are coming up in our game. So if you want to go ahead and skip ahead to the ending, you may do so, of course. With that being said, I'll give you a countdown. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, they're gone. So tell me, girls, what is your favorite horror movie? Which one would you say is your absolute favorite horror movie that you can watch and watch and watch?
I don't have one, but I can tell you my least favorite.
All right, what is your least favorite?
I hate.
I used to hate it. I don't watch the original. So funny story. My kids absolutely love horror movies, and they actually watch It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 almost on a daily. Like, they're obsessed. They are all scared of him, but they will still watch him or watch the movie. And we sat down and watched the original, It, like the one that scared me of clowns. It is such a bad movie. I'm sorry for whoever's gonna get butthurt over that. It is such a bad movie compared to the newer versions of it.
Like the quality?
The quality, the storyline. I mean, the storyline is exactly the same. It's exactly the same. But I don't know why I got so scared of it as a kid, because now the special effects and everything that comes into play, of course, you can't really compare the two because of the times, but special effects now, It Chapter 1, It Chapter 2 versus the original, It, 100 times better. 100 times better. So I'm sure you haven't seen It Chapter 1 or Chapter 2.
I watched little pieces like this.
Oh.
That is so funny. So my absolute favorite are paranormal.
Behind you.
So I'm into like The Conjuring, The Nun. I absolutely love those types of movies. And Insidious. I watch all of them. And my kids watch all of them. And yeah, that's my route when it comes to horror movies. What about you, Nash?
I don't really know if this is I think this is more like thriller, but all of them. The Aliens versus Predator movies. Oh my.
Yes. You can watch those. Yeah.
He's a little creepy, but
it's scary. Definitely it's scary. The only movies I do not watch are slasher movies. I do not like movies like Scream or like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, things like that. Like gore, like Saw. I used to watch Saw, like way back. But I think I stopped at like the third movie and I just couldn't take it anymore. It's just too much.
Saw did it for me. I think it was even on the first episode or the first movie where they pushed the girl into those needles. That was
exactly. That was the last one. It might have been the first one. I don't know. But yeah, I can literally relive that part of the movie in my brain. And I'm just like, nope. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
No, I think anyone put something in like their eyeball. Like I'm terrified of that. Like that is my biggest. Do not. Oh no. See, nope.
Anything but the eyes.
Have you ever seen the movie Human Centipede?
No. See, it's one of those I don't like gore movies like that. I like the paranormal. Anything paranormal, it still scares the living bejesus out of me. But if we're watching a scary movie, I would prefer paranormal. But like that kind of like slasher, like killer movies like that, or like movies where people are like hurt like that. I feel it, It's almost like the empath in me. I feel their pains. I can't go because like they break their arm and I'm just like, ah, and then they break their leg and I'm like, so yeah, no, that's where I draw the line is gore and that type of movie. But that leads us, girls, to a little game I want to play with you called Guess That Scream. And pretty much very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys like a catchphrase of that particular movie. And you're going to tell me which movie it is. 6 questions. Let's see, the first one to 4 wins. Good? All right. So for this game, you're going to need your squeaker. So welcome back, the squeakers. Nash is ready. Scotty is ready. Let me hear the squeak, Nash. There you go. I can hear it this time. All right. So I'm going to tell you guys the quote, and then I'm going to give you multiple choice answers, and then you guys will go ahead and squeak. You got to wait till I finish the last multiple choice answer before anyone can squeak. Okay?
Sounds
Ready?
good.
Sounds good? All right. Number 1. We're going to need a bigger boat. Is that A, Jaws, B, Deep Blue Sea, C, The Meg, or D, Lake Placid? Got it?
B, Deep Blue Sea.
Ah. Nash?
A, Jaws.
It is Jaws.
That was my gut. But
You should have gone with your gut feeling, girl. That is iconic.
That
Jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Second quote. All right. Here's Johnny. Is that A, The Shining, B, Misery, C, The Exorcist 3, or D, Poltergeist? Oh, I heard the squeak. Go ahead, Nash.
The Shining.
It is good. So that's the iconic scene where he breaks through the freaking door. He's like,
Here's Johnny.
freaking crazy face. I mean, I haven't seen the whole movie, but I know that.
Yeah, that's an iconic.
Yeah, that's an iconic moment, an iconic scene for sure. Yeah, have you
Yes.
seen The Shining, Go?
I've only seen parts of it.
Okay. All right. Well, we are Nash 2 points. Cody, you're still at 0, but you still have a chance to redeem yourself. First one to 4 wins. All right. Next question. Whatever you do, don't fall asleep. Is that A, New Nightmare, B, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, C, Sleepy Hollow, or D, The Others? Cody?
She's cheating. She's cheating.
You cheating? Don't be cheating.
I'm not cheating. See?
No. Nash?
B.
It is. So that is classic Freddy Krueger. He comes at
Oh,
you
that was
in
my
your
gut feeling.
dream. You need to go with your gut, girl. What is he doing?
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I think I get this wrong.
I didn't. I thought that was like Five Nights at Freddy's or something.
No. So Freddy Krueger, iconic for the slasher that comes to get you in your dreams. So, I believe that's in other movies as well, but I believe that's in Nightmare on Elm Street is his first movie, and that's exactly where they said it, but also in this one as well. So next question. Now for this question, if Nash gets it, she automatically wins. She has 3 points right now. 4 if she gets the next one, and she will automatically win. Cody, you have to try your best. All right, let's see. Next question. In space, no one can hear you scream. Is that Prometheus, B, Alien 3, C, Pandorum, or D, Event Horizon? Cody?
B?
Alien 3, yes.
Jesus, I was
Space, no one can hear you scream. Yes, because the aliens come and get them out there in space. It's also super classic.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Again, Nash, if you get the next one, you automatically win. Cody, you have to go through the rest of the answers correctly. So, question number 5, impossible final question. It's not the house that is haunted, it's your son. Is that A, The Conjuring, B, Sinister, C, Insidious, or D, The Haunting in Connecticut? Yes?
Insidious.
It is Insidious! Yes!
What?
This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I almost
I've
love
actually
that movie.
seen that movie. I've actually
You
seen like I
have?
think it's like 1, 2, and 3. I don't know how many movies
Yeah,
they
they have 3. Yeah, I think they have 4 actually, or 4 or 5.
I've seen the last one, but I've definitely seen a couple movies of Insidious.
Love that. Oh my goodness. Well, here we go. Now we're getting there. We're getting there. 3 points, Nash. 2 points, Quirky. Let's see. The next one is whatever you do, don't go into the basement. Is that A, The Conjuring, B, The Amityville Horror, C, The Evil Dead, or D, Cabin in the Woods? Nash?
D.
Got it.
The Conjuring?
Yeah. I thought you were gonna get that. So honestly, Nash, I'm right there with you. Cabin in the Woods and Evil Dead. I almost assumed it would be that, but no, this is actually from The Conjuring #1.
Behind you.
So super iconic movie. All right, so now we are tied 3-3. This is the tiebreaker question.
How did I get here?
I know. How did you get here? This is awesome. All right, final question. All right, let's see who wins. Last one is, do you like scary movies? Is that Halloween, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, or The Exorcist? Nash?
B, Scream.
It is Scream! I've never seen a Scream movie in my life. Again, I don't like slasher movies, but that is definitely one of those that's like, it bounces in like teeter-totters with horror and comedy. So I thought that was really fun. So, oh my God, Nash, you won our final thing for Halloween inspired content. I'm so sad to see this all go, but I'm super excited about everything that's coming up in November and December. I know we have a lot of other stuff that we want to talk about that we won't necessarily give you guys the information right now, but stay tuned for more. But yeah, that is all I have for today on Deep Dives. Again, guys, thank you so much for staying with us this whole time. We really appreciate all of your support, and we do hope you enjoyed our content. As always, remember, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.